everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going over my top 10 Nintendo Switch games of all time. I feel like it was fitting. We have the Nintendo Switch 2 days away at the time of this recording, and I kind of wanted to just make this video to wrap up my thoughts about the Nintendo Switch. I love the Switch. I don't think it's my favorite console of all time. I still think that belongs to like the GameCube / Game Boy Advance, but I really do love the Nintendo Switch. It's definitely up there. It's probably third or fourth or something like that. It's a great story for Nintendo. Their last system before this, the Wii U, just was a disaster, and yeah, there was a lot of doom and gloom with Nintendo, and they really bounced back like crazy. I've never seen this before in the gaming industry, but yeah, I wanted to go over my top 10 Nintendo Switch games. I have them all right here. And yeah, this is my list. Also, I didn't include any game that you can't, or that you can play on other systems. So like, I love Balatro. I love Story of Seasons games. Yeah, like any game you can play on other consoles, I didn't include in this list. So you'll basically just be seeing Nintendo games. And yeah, this is my list. Remember that. And also, recommend me some Nintendo Switch games, because just because the Switch is over and it's done, Switch 2 plays Switch games. So if I missed any games, or like you think I should play any Nintendo games, like I've always wanted to play Fire Emblem. I know a lot of people like Fire Emblem. Xenoblade is another one people love. Metroid Dread I did not play, but I think that probably would make the list. So yeah, let's go. I wanted to start off with some honorable mentions. I have 4 of them today. Then we'll get into the top 10. Let's see. I guess no particular order. First game is ARMS. This is a divisive one. I had a lot of fun with this game. I feel like if you didn't experience this game at launch, like when this game came out, you probably wouldn't get it. But there was a lot of hype around this game. You know, this was a brand new title from Nintendo, like a brand new thing. We've never seen anything like this before. Motion control, multiplayer game, really fun characters, really fun world. I don't know if they'll ever make a sequel to this game, but I loved the multiplayer. And yeah, like I guess this would be, in comparison to the Switch 2, this would be like Dragon Drive, which this game has a lot more personality than Dragon Drive on the Switch 2 from what I've seen. But yeah, ARMS, shout out to ARMS. Didn't make the list, but definitely very fun when it came out. Next game I wanted to do an honorable mention for is Endless Ocean Luminous. This game is amazing. You know, it's not a perfect game. It's not going to get any high review scores, you know, but this is such a relaxing underwater experience. And again, when this game came out, that's why I love buying games like when they first come out, because you have the community around you, you know. But yeah, you can swim with up to, I don't even know, what is it, 20 players, 30 players, if you can find that many. But it's a very relaxing underwater game, and I never thought they would make another Endless Ocean. The other Endless Ocean games were on the Wii, so very cool. I'm probably going to play this like every summer, because it's just gives me that summer vibe. Next up, didn't quite make the list, but almost did. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. This originally was a Wii game. They did add quite a bit of content to it. They added like an epilogue, the Magalore epilogue. It was just really fun playing this game again. I love Return to Dreamland. And yeah, I mean, there were some other Kirby games on the Switch. Forgotten Land was really good, but I don't know. I just, from start to finish, I really love this one. I didn't quite 100% it, but it's actually a game I want to go back to in 100%. There's like some mini games and stuff, but this is the Kirby game to get, I believe. Nice side scroller. Really enjoyed that one. I dropped it. Oh my God. And finally, for the honorable mentions, we have Nintendo Switch Sports. This game gets too much hate. This game really gets too much hate. Obviously, you know, living up to Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, it's tough to do, right? Those are like legendary games. I feel like this game gave me that same kind of feeling. It kind of gave me that Wii Sports fix. I really liked the multiplayer. I liked the different costumes that unlocked, and there were like different events and things like that. I don't know. I haven't played this game in a while, but from what I remember, I had a really good time with this one. They added golf. They added basketball, which was really nice. I wish this game had baseball in it, but solid game. Gets too much hate. Switch sports. Let me know if you played it. All right, next up, we got the top 10. I won't spoil it, but let's start off with number 10. This might be low for some people, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as the other games on this list. So first up, we have Super Mario Odyssey. This game is amazing. When did this come out? 2018? 2017? Really? Wow. 2017 was packed. That was the year the Switch came out. You know, we had great games. I won't go into them, but Super Mario Odyssey. Normally, I'm not a 3D Mario kind of guy, but this game is amazing. The fact that you can like throw your hat and capture different enemies and become those enemies. I thought that's such a cool thing. I really hope they make a second one of these. Because, yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I've only played through it once. So I'm actually, like, enough time has passed where I could go back and play this and it'll probably feel like a brand new game again. Yeah, I only played it at launch and never went back to it. So, yeah, I feel like Mario has never felt as good as this game, like, control-wise. Just every move, every jump that you want to do is perfect in this game. Yeah, I liked collecting the moons. I liked the different levels, the bosses. There were a couple of music tracks that were really good in this one. So, yeah, Odyssey definitely deserves to be on the top 10. Just didn't, couldn't make its way up too much on my list, but Odyssey is great. All right, next up is, and I was very torn whether I wanted the second one or the third one. I ended up choosing the third one, and that is Splatoon 3. I am a huge Splatoon fan. I absolutely love this series. I've played it since the beginning when it came out on the Wii U. And I love the first one. I really love the second one. I feel like the third one has kind of perfected the Splatoon formula. There is a ton of new weapons, a ton of new modes and stages, really cool events. The DLC was amazing in this too. Splatoon 3 is just a very solid online shooter, like an online Nintendo shooter. And yeah, it's kind of a shame I didn't put more time into this one. I played the second one a lot more, but I think it's just when it came out. A lot of games were coming out at the time of Splatoon 3, but man, this game is good. Yeah, Salmon Run, the DLC. Oh yeah, this game is fantastic. Splatoon 3 is amazing. I'm excited for Splatoon 4. I think they're at a point in the series where they have to like change it up a little bit, because I did find myself getting a little bored at times. But Splatoon 3, oh my god, this game is still sealed because I bought it digitally when it first came out, so I wanted the physical as well. Don't judge me. All right, so that was 10 and 9. Number 8. I thought about putting this higher, but again, I just haven't played it as much, and that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I often forget how impressive this game is. Like, this game, if you're a Smash Bros. Fan, I mean, what more do you want? I feel like this game puts Nintendo in a very interesting position because how do you top this? You know, it has all the characters you would ever want, all the stages you would ever want. The mechanics are seamless. I'm not a huge Smash Bros. Fan, so the fact that this is on my top 10 is crazy. But every time I play it, I'm like, damn. If I could only, dedicate all my time to this game, I could be really good. But love, taking this out at parties or when friends are over. It's just... Do I have any other multiplayer games? I do, but this is probably one of the better multiplayer games on the Switch. And yeah, I'm excited what they do for the next Smash Bros. Did they just keep adding to this? Man, this is a great game. I kind of want to play it now. All right, next up, and this one is probably going to be surprising to a lot of people. And the reason why it's so high on this list, and even on my top 10 in general, the first game in this series is one of my favorite games of all time, and that is Pokemon Snap. It is one of my favorite N64 games. I don't think it's my favorite, but it's definitely in like the top 3. New Pokemon Snap is better than the original Pokemon Snap. Is that a hot take? I don't think that's a hot take at all. This game, by the way, is gorgeous. This is the best Pokemon has ever looked. It's not even close. Bandai Namco made this one, right? Yeah. The Pokemon Company could never, but Bandai Namco did an incredible job on New Pokemon Snap. I love everything about this game, actually. There's so many levels. I thought it was genius how there is a day-night cycle with the levels too. So it's like you're playing the same level, but there are like 3 different times of day. So yeah, it's like 3 levels in one. They added some DLC for free, and the game is just so good. I mean, you're constantly trying to get a better and better score. And just seeing all the Pokemon in beautiful HD was such a treat. And yeah, it's better than the original Pokemon Snap. That alone should just tell you what I feel about this game. But damn, this is great. Next up is Pikmin 4. I love this game. I've always been a Pikmin fan, you know. I've always liked like Pikmin 1, 2, and 3. You know, I really started to like the series more and more. But this game went above and beyond, and I think the theme with the Nintendo Switch was sort of kind of reinventing their previous, you know, series and adding new elements to them. This game is beautiful as well. Similar to Pokemon Snap, this game looks amazing, super fun to play. I love the levels. I love the feeling of being tiny in like a big world. So I absolutely love Pikmin 4. If you haven't played this game, highly recommend. It is so fun. Yeah, there's tons of like treasures to collect. There's different Pikmin. There's ice Pikmin now. There's little boss challenges. There's little dungeons similar to like Pikmin 2. Pikmin 4 is excellent. I wish they came out with DLC or like some extra content for it, but maybe on the Switch 2 they'll release some more content or have like a Switch 2 version. But if you haven't played this game, you really should. All right, now we're in the top 5, people. This is where it gets difficult for me, but I think I have my order here. The next game is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Wow. Wow. Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge 3D Mario fan. I am a 2D Mario fan. And I don't know where this game ranks in terms of 2D Mario games. Like, my favorite Mario game is probably Super Mario World, followed by Super Mario 3. I feel like this maybe is like second or third all time 2D Mario games. This game is just so fun. This represents, to me anyway, this represents where Nintendo is headed. You know, they kind of redesigned the Mario character a little bit. Brand new voice actor. The animations, the personality in Mario is just so new and fresh. That's what when I think of this game, I just think of like it oozes personality. It's just such a fun experience. And playing it for the first time, I wish I could go back and erase my memory and play this game again for the first time, because there's so many like surprises. It's just a wonderful game. It's so fun to play. And I found myself going back to it and trying to like do all the challenges and do everything. So yeah, this game is great. I love the Wonder Flower mechanic, where if you collect a Wonder Flower, you never know what's going to happen. The whole world transforms. There's a couple levels where like there's like a song element to it. Mario Bros. Wonder, so good. Next up, number 4, we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Man, this was one of my favorite games on the Wii U. I think it was like number 3 for me on the Wii U. Only behind Splatoon and Captain Toad. I really love that game. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, what an incredible job by Nintendo. When I first heard this game was getting a Switch version, I was kind of a little disappointed. You know, I played this game for... When did this come out? 2014, 2015, the Wii U version. I played that for years and years. And I was like, man, I want something new. In this game, they added so much into it that the first Mario Kart 8 is like obsolete. Why would anyone play that? They added so many tracks. Just the fact that they added 2 items that you can use and switch between, that alone added a ton of depth to this game. New characters, new stages, new battle mode. They fixed the battle mode from Mario Kart 8. And then the booster course pass, which I think without the booster course pass, this would probably be a lot lower on the list. It would still be on the list, but probably a lot lower. The booster course, this is like 2 games in one. They added so much DLC to this. And it's just a fantastic racing game. Like, we have the new Mario Kart World coming out very soon at the time of this recording. I still feel like I will go back to this game. Normally when a game comes out, the sequel comes out, you're like, I'll probably never play the other one. This is an exception. I will probably always go back to this game. It is a fantastic racer. It performs well. It feels well. The control, like, it's so good. The multiplayer is so good. This is a special one. This is Nintendo at its best, I feel. So yeah, this makes the list. Number 4. Very good though. All right, number 3. We're getting to the top 3 here. What do you think I'm gonna pick? You probably weren't expecting this next one. I, for the most part, don't really like modern Pokemon. I don't like the modern cards. I don't really like the modern games. They're sloppily put together. You know, I really like Pokemon Snap, but that was handled by another company. So modern Pokemon, I kind of feel myself not becoming as big of a fan as I was until they released this game, which is my number 3 game. Pokemon Legends Arceus is a special game. This is really, really good. They kind of, and like I was saying before about reimagining and re-releasing the franchise and, introducing new mechanics, Legends Arceus really has taken the Pokemon franchise into a new era, I feel like. Beautiful open worlds Pokemon game. Definitely, and it's tough for me to explain why I love this game so much, but it's a feeling, the music is great. The catching mechanic where you just throw Pokeballs at Pokemon in the wild instead of random encounters. That was such a novel idea. There's crafting in this game. They added some new content. There's a bunch of different areas that you can go. The shiny hunting in this game is fantastic. There's this little noise that happens when you see a shiny Pokemon. And this game is so special, and I'm very excited for the next Legends game, Legends ZA, that's coming out later this year. But Arceus is the best Pokemon game on the Switch. I don't even think it's close. They had Scarlet Violet, they had Sword and Shield. There were things about those that I really liked, but Arceus to me is perfect. I wish that they would re-release this with 60 frames per second, 4K. I really was hoping for a Switch 2 version of this. I don't think they're doing anything. I know they're doing stuff with Scarlet and Violet and stuff like that. Arceus is so good. It is so good, man. I would love, I know we're getting ZA, but I hope they continue the Legends series because, yeah, you gotta play this one. All right, my number 2. We're getting to the end here. My number 2 is probably, let's just talk about it. Animal Crossing New Horizons is my number 2 Nintendo Switch game of all time. I feel like I'm not alone in this. People have a very deep attachment to New Horizons. This game released when the pandemic started and the whole world shut down. And this was exactly what everyone needed. It was an escape. It was a game that you could immerse yourself in and just kind of lose yourself in. And I've always been an Animal Crossing fan, but I really love what Nintendo added to this. And that was the design element. And that created communities here on YouTube and everywhere else. People just really sunk a ton of hours into this game and, took pride in designing their islands. And there's just so much to do in this game. Fishing, bug catching, collecting fossils, designing your island, villager hunting. This game is this means a lot to me, man. This has changed my life. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's literally helped me go full time on YouTube. I've met my fiance playing this. I've created a whole community on YouTube, and all of that aside, this game is just a very good game. I'm excited for what's to come with the Animal Crossing series. I feel like the designing has so much potential for Nintendo to add to. Is this a perfect game? No. There's definitely a lot wrong with this game and a lot missing from this game, but I just feel such an attachment to this game, and I feel like I will be playing this for a very long time, or until the next Animal Crossing releases. But you know what I mean. I played this to death, nearly 2,500 hours, which is insane for this game, but special place for sure. And I'm very excited for the next one. And yeah, New Horizons, so good. All right, I think you know where I'm going with this, and I'm cheating. I'm a dirty cheater, okay? My number one game or games, because I couldn't split these apart, it just doesn't feel right, is The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. And yeah, it doesn't feel right splitting these up. Breath of the Wild came first, and it's crazy that this game is at the top of my list because the Nintendo Switch launched with this game. This was the first game I played on the Switch, and for it to hold up, not only against all the other games that came out, but still after 8 years, is insane. Breath of the Wild is an experience. It is a beautiful open world experience. I've always been a fan of the Zelda games, but Breath of the Wild really turned it up a notch, and the open world is fun to explore. The subtle story in this game it sounds depressing, but I love the feeling of being alone in this game. Like you really do feel alone. There are a ton of monsters, and there are some characters, and there's like a town or two, right? There's a few towns. I just feel alone in this game, and I love it. It's a beautiful representation of what video games can be. It's a special game, and the fact that they're releasing a 4K enhanced version on the Switch 2, I'm so excited to dive back into this world. And then, of course, Tears of the Kingdom released not too long ago. What, 2 years ago now? Jeez, time is just flying by. I don't know. 2023, right? Something like that. 2024, I don't know. Tears of the Kingdom, same map, same layout, except it's in the future. You can now traverse on sky islands, and you can go underground. I think out of these two games, I think Tears of the Kingdom is definitely the better game, just because there's so much more content in it. But there is a unique feeling, like I was saying about Breath of the Wild, where you feel alone, you feel isolated, which definitely gives this game a different vibe. But Tears of the Kingdom is perfection in like every way. I'm excited to play it in 4K and have a really good frame rate and everything like that. But at its core, this game is perfect. You know, I love exploring the map. It was really fun to go back to the map that we played in Breath of the Wild, and it was so fun to go back into this world and see how the world changed, you know? The boss fights are amazing in this one. The dungeons, there's actual dungeons in this one. It's everything I want in a game. It's so good. Yeah, I could go on, and this could be a much longer video, but yeah, that is my favorite Nintendo Switch game, or games, I should say. Yeah, let me know what games would be on your top 10 list. What do you think of my top 10 list? And again, I had a lot of fun with the Nintendo Switch. I think it's such a novel idea for a handheld system to then be docked into the TV, and you can take that experience on the go. It's so cool, and it's honestly a gimmick that still blows my mind. I know it's very simple. You know, you play your game, you put it on the TV, and you can see it on the TV, but it's still such a like mind-blowing mechanic for me. And I'm very excited to dive into the Switch 2 and experience, you know, Nintendo with the ability to create more powerful and bigger experiences because of the hardware. Because yeah, that was my only complaint about the Switch, is that the hardware was so limited. And you know, some games that I wanted to like just didn't run well or didn't perform. So, But yeah, those are my favorite Nintendo games. I'm not even counting the indie games or the third-party games because, man, I love all of those too. But very special console. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, put a pizza emote because I'm getting hungry. So put a pizza emote at the end of your comment and I'll know you got this far. Thank you again for watching. What is your favorite Nintendo Switch game? And I'll see you with Nintendo Switch 2 coverage. Man, what a time to be alive.